Unfortunately, no Kingpin 50 series GPU. TikTok's ban got pushed out a little bit, and the RTX 5090 Ti or RTX Titan 50 series. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're gonna be going over the hottest tech news that can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast. This Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. And I'm gonna start off today just informing you that we actually have multiple giveaways going on over on our Twitch channel. We have our 14900KF 4090 PC giveaway that's happening. We're gonna be drawing the winner for that on Friday, but we also have another giveaway that's going on, an Alienware M16R2 laptop that we're using to celebrate the launch of UFD Music. So you can head on over to Twitch and either type !giveaway or !prize into the Twitch chat, and you'll find out how to actually enter these things. In case you wanna know the details of that M16 laptop, you can check out our video from Sunday where we pitted it against the MacBook Pro M4 because they come in at the same price point. So if you guys want to check all of that out, we have both of those drawings taking place on Friday, in case you're interested. And I've always been interested in a Kingpin graphics card. Never actually personally owned one, but I have to rectify that post-mortem with getting like an RTX 3090 Ti Kingpin. But this legendary figure in the PC industry who used to work with EVGA to create custom versions of motherboards and cards that were essentially the best ones you could get on the market has announced that there will be no RTX 50 series Kingpin. Logistically, it's just impossible. There's too many issues and it would create a lot of problems if he jumped on board too quickly. So we can't say too much about that. However, who knows? There might be another GPU that he could put his name on. Vince saying that it maybe might be another color besides green. You won't have to wait for another generation. Won't be the 50 series, but potentially red, potentially blue. Who knows? We're gonna have to wait for him to really give us more details, but the EVGA Kingpin GPUs are just some of the best out on the market. They look so good, especially with the copper heat sinks. Like, they're just gorgeous GPUs as well as performant. Absolutely love them. Might want to pick them up post-mortem. As I said, they're probably going for a lot of money on eBay. I don't know if that's gonna be worth it for me, but you know what is worth it? Today's video sponsor. Hey you, I heard what you said behind my back. No, literally, I heard it behind me. How? The Colo GCS 7.1.2 surround sound speaker system and today's video sponsor. No, this isn't a spaceship control seat. This is just a regular gaming chair that Cololite has transformed into a surround sound gaming center. Now you can track enemy footsteps and hear enemy projectiles like you're actually there. Cololite understands how important sound is when you're gaming, but traditional headsets have their drawbacks. Chunk gaming headsets can be heavy on your neck and head, giving you the unfortunate gamer dent look, or pinching a little too tight around your ears, especially if you wear glasses. The Cololite GCS provides an immersive 360-degree sound field through its 10 independent channels, 7 surround channels, 1 subwoofer, and 2 ceiling channels that work together to provide an elevated audio experience. The GCS also features 3 mod modes, Universal, FPS, and Theater, allowing you to quickly adjust the mix of your audio to fit your current media. The true overhead speakers provide more precise sound positioning without relying on room reflection, and the rear-mounted subwoofer delivers a strong low-frequency impact, adding to your audio dynamics. Being compatible with 99% of racing-style gaming chairs, the GCS installs in just 5 minutes, giving you more time to dive into your game. You can check out the only all-in-one 7.1.2 speaker system with the Cololite Colo GCS. Change the way you play your games via the link in the description below. Huge thanks to Cololite for sponsoring today's video. Yes, friends, that is why I have this little contraption on my chair to show off the Cololite. But in case you want to play video games on GeForce Now, hear it in fantastic surround sound, you're not going to be able to do that because they're sold out. According to reports, Nvidia has too high of demand for GeForce Now, their cloud gaming subscription service that also has day passes. There's just too many people playing. So not only did they add hour limits for gamers, you can't go past a certain hour amount, even if you're paying them the highest amount possible to get the RTX 4080 tier, that doesn't matter. It just makes it very difficult in case you were wanting to do it. Now you have to hold off because GeForce Now is tapped out worldwide in many different regions, which Unfortunately, also applies to South Africa because they have GeForce Now support. It's actually supported on the RAIN network, which is incredibly cool. I'm glad Nvidia did that. But what I'm not glad about is the reported Horizon MMO, which was supposed to be set in the Sony Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West world, has been canceled. This is coming after a spree of live service games rather, being canceled by Sony, which were set up under the previous PlayStation CEO, Jim Ryan. He had a whole live service agenda he was trying to accomplish. New CEOs have come in and basically scrapped all of that. Honestly, if there was a game and a world that could lend itself fantastically to an MMO, I thought Horizon was going to be one of them. Robot dinosaurs set across anywhere in the world, essentially. You have the entire globe to choose as like your oyster for storytelling, and this sucks. I think this is poop. I wanted this one so bad. A God of War project that was live service, no thank you, but Horizon, I was looking forward to it. Man, it makes me sad, but Reece might be able to cheer me up with some deals.
Yo, welcome back to UFD Deals, bringing the hottest tech deals on the internet. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and I have a couple of deals for you today, starting off with this EpoMaker EP84 Plus. This 75% wireless hot swappable mechanical keyboard is going for only $24.99, making it $25 or 50% off. But then next up, we have this Thermalright X53 full copper low profile CPU cooler, down to only $38.99. I miss the days of those full copper Zalman coolers in the flower shape. I kind of want to go back to that, but that's just me. And then lastly today, we have the Elgato Stream Deck Plus, available in black for only $171.99, making it $28 off. I have the white version over here. I use this thing on the daily. It is immeasurable what it does to my daily life. But hey, that's just me, and those are the deals. You can find these and more linked in the video description down below. But until next time, I'll hand you off back to Brett for the rest of your hot news. Cheers.
Well, Reece, here's the current deal with what's going on with the TikTok ban here in the United States. We talked about this in yesterday's episode of Hot News, that it's just been a mishmash of confusion with TikTok going down for less than 24 hours, then coming back where people can use it, but you can't download the app from app stores, making it inaccessible because the ban actually went into effect the day before the new US government administration took power. So the current US president, Donald Trump, has issued a 75-day extension for this via an executive order, saying that there was an unfortunate timing of the law which interferes with his ability to assess the national security and foreign policy implications of the act's prohibitions before they take effect, and that there's just going to be some reviewing of everything that went into this. Honestly, to bring some of my personal opinion into this, it's unclear how this is all going to shake out. Multiple sides, bipartisan support for the bill that passed, 9-0 Supreme Court approval of the ban going through. President Trump in his first term also tried to issue executive orders to already have TikTok banned. So I don't know which way it's gonna go. It's not quite clear which way it'll shake out. You know, just the people who are hypothesizing that this gives Trump a win with the Zoomers. It also, like, he has all of, I think the phrase that I saw in the headlines was tech mafia at his inauguration. So, you know, the likes of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and the CEO of Google was there as well. And they have everything to gain from TikTok being shut down. And so if they're communing with Trump, that would mean that they are potentially wanting this to go through. And so there's conflicting interest on multiple different sides, and I don't think it's as clear cut as any one side is kind of pushing for it to be. And so we'll see what happens. 75 days might not actually be enforced. Maybe nothing will change. Maybe it'll stay around. Maybe it'll exist in the zombie form where you can't actually download it. Who knows? And I really hope that this is not a zombie graphics card, because there is a new GPU that has been discovered with tons of CUDA cores, extra features, and allegedly is either a 5090 prototype or potentially a 5090 Ti or Titan. This GPU, as you can see in the top right-hand corner, is featuring two 16-pin power connectors of an alleged 800-watt design, making it significantly higher wattage than current 575 watts that you can find on the RTX 5090. So that dual 16-pin power connector having 24,500 CUDA cores, 32 gigabytes of VRAM, which is the same as the 5090, but higher clock speed at 32 gigabits per second, which would make its effective bandwidth over 2 terabytes per second, which the current 5090 is only at 1.8. So it would be a significant increase in CUDA cores, going from 21,760 to 24,567. It would be a significant increase in memory speed, going from 1.8 terabytes to over 2 terabytes, and a significant amount of power draw. Now, it's unclear whether this GPU is ever going to come out. We also obviously have seen prototypes and versions. Gamers Nexus did a deep dive of that RTX 4090 Ti prototype that was shown off. So it's not like we haven't seen these before and then they never actually come to fruition, but there could potentially be a higher end GPU than the 5090. But I actually reported on this in a short that we made where the Brazilian modders Paulo Gomez and others have talked about how they are already planning on upgrading the 5090. Instead of giving it the 28 gigabit per second memory, actually giving it higher clock memory. I can't remember if they're giving it 30 or 32 gigabits per second, but their idea is to give it faster memory, turning it into some 5090 Super as soon as the card launches. So that's already kind of in the works. It just won't have the extra CUDA cores that this 5090 prototype, the 24,500 CUDA cores, actually has. So I'm excited for this. I would love to see it hit the market because I want the fastest thing. I know it's going to be expensive. If the 5090's $2,000, 5090 Ti or Titan Blackwell is going to be $3,500, it's just going to be obscene, but I want it to exist, if that makes sense. I want the fastest thing that consumers can have to be on the market, even if it's not for most people. It's just cool that there's something that's bigger and better and higher number line go up. It scratches that primal monkey brain inside me. And you guys scratched your little keyboards to type me some comments to yesterday's episode of Hot News. We got Antonin saying, AMD getting surprised by Nvidia is ironic. They need to stop price matching and offer deals that people can't pass up. We all know the solution. We, as the common buyers, know what we want from AMD, and yet, we have to keep asking for it every single generation. Matt P saying, limited supply means artificially created demand by Nvidia. Fear not. Okay, number one, the demand's gonna be there whether or not there's limited supply or not. The amount of people who are gonna buy it are still gonna buy it. Maybe like artificial initial demand, like people are gonna be rushing out to get it, but the overall sales of the GPU shouldn't be higher just because it's limited stock early on. Additionally, technically every amount of supply limitation is artificial because there's like a way to undo it. If Nvidia is choosing to prioritize their data center GPUs over their gaming GPUs, that is an artificial, arbitrary distinction that they have personally made in order to allocate that. If they don't have enough capacity and they're running their factories at max speed and they're pumping out as many 5090s as possible, that's still also technically artificial because they could have built more factories earlier on to have it at some point. It's all artificial. It's all, the points are made up and the game doesn't matter. That's not how it goes. It doesn't matter. And then Iron11 saying AMD went from pissing off reviewers with a last minute price change to pissing off retailers with a slightly less last minute price change. Progress? I don't know if it's progress to piss off the people who are supposed to carry your product, right? Like pissing off reviewers is one thing, but people end up buying what they end up buying. Let's not try to make reviewers more than they are. If you piss off reviewers, the products are still for sale. If you piss off the retailers, the products might not be for sale. They might not actually make it to market. I think it's a little worse in my estimation here. And then we got a couple people commenting on the eco-friendly box that Nvidia provided with the 5090, saying 600 watt GPU in a paper box is like a V8 with wooden decking. You cannot call it eco-friendly packaging. Roan West saying something truly ironic about using an eco-friendly box with a 500 plus watt GPU. You know, it is ironic, it's hilarious, but at the same time, it's something, right? Like they could have smothered it in crude oil and shipped it out that way, and you had to like try to get Dawn to grease it off before you could unbox it. They could have made it significantly worse, even though the GPU itself is wild. But also, let's put this in the context. If the 5090 has that boxing, probably the low-end cards are gonna have it as well, 5070, 5060 down the line. Hopefully we'll also have the eco-friendly boxing. It's not just limited to the highest end tier, and it's just a packaging redesign overall. You know, I'm not necessarily bothered by this. You're right, it is funny. It is funny that the thing you're taking out of the box is stressing your power grid. And I'm not gonna stress this episode of Hot News anymore. I'm gonna be done. I'll see you back here for more of the hottest tech news tomorrow, my friends.